1. I love how the numbers like get bigger. Like it's so dramatic.
It only does that for you. It doesn't do that for me.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm special then.
Yeah, you are. I could have told you. All right. Welcome back, listener. This is another episode of Sofa Survivors. I am your host, Tom Sofa,
And I'm Mike Tomato.
and we're going to go ahead and talk about season 50, episode 8 of the TV show Survivor called Double the Fun, Double the Demise. And I'm just going to go ahead
So
and
much
so
doubling.
much. Mike, I'm just going to call you out real quick. Last week on our hard drive, you went ahead and labeled your movie and the MP3. You went ahead and labeled last week's episode 8, even though
Oh,
it was episode 7. Don't worry, man. I knew it was just a little confusing when I was posting it out, but I figured it out. I solved it.
I knew you could. You're so smart.
Yeah, agreed, 100%, 100%. You would have done the right thing, the same thing. Um, anyway,
That's a callback, Lister. If you were
yeah.
anyway.
Anyway, we're so back, and let's just talk about who we have left in this episode show. We got Jonathan, we got Steph, Tiff, Rizzo, Rizgod. We got Ozzy, we got Devins, Christian, Sari, Aubrey, Joe, Coach, Emily, and finally Chrissy. The people that are gone. Do you want to? Can you remember everybody that's gone, Mike? You
I
want to name some
can't
names?
remember everybody that's gone. There's no way.
It it was tough for me too, because like, I always try to start, like, from memory, and I go 1, 2, and I'm like, I'm out. I gotta go
I'm like
look up."
just now confident with this current cast. Like I now recognize everybody's name currently.
Hilarious. So the people that are gone, we got Jenny, Kyle, Jenny or Jenna? Jenna.
Jenna.
Jenna, Kyle, Savannah, Mike White, Q, Angelina, Charlie, Genevieve, Camilla, Colby, and D gone. No more winners in the game. No more former winners. It's night 15. D just went home. Aubrey flushed her own idol. Tiff feels on the chopping block because her number one ally, D, just went home. Coach says to Jonathan that he is the ultimate shield out there, which I thought was kind of funny that Coach would say that.
He was
And
definitely
I,
on one in the beginning
yeah.
of this episode.
So I'm in every season of Survivor pretty much. Any player that is a shield to everybody, these guys never win ever because they are a shield until they're down, until it's down to the people like the last 4 or 5 and the shield, and they go, all right, now do we just say fuck it and get rid of the shield? It happens all the time. All the time.
Mhm. I believe it.
So anyway, coach says he 100% controlled that last vote, so now he's got to lay low. I
It's
don't
too
feel
late.
like yeah, it's too late to lay low. I don't feel like coach 100% controlled the last vote by any means, and he continues to be
But he's
delusional.
walking around telling everybody like, "Yeah, look at me, dude. Look at me control the vote." He went full delusional. Like it was I was watching this and I'm thinking like, "Wow, this guy really is a cult leader." Like if he
It's
really
crazy.
wanted to be a cult leader, he could.
He could, except he's so delusional that he would have there's a very specific type of person that he'd have to find, and I think it'd be tough to find those people. But yes, he could. Day 16. Everyone tied to coach, Chrissy, Steph, and Jonathan talk about how coach needs to cool it. Classic. They think uh they think Ozzy or wait, whoa. Cool it. Sorry.
intermission, reading handwriting, cursive. Dude,
Yeah,
okay, while you
I just
read
write
that
so
for a
fast.
second,
Go ahead.
can I interrupt for, like, a quick little
Yeah,
conspiracy on cursive?
yeah.
Rumor is that why, like, nobody is learning cursive anymore and nobody does cursive is because AI can't read cursive. So to, like, maintain the surveillance state, they're gonna, like,
Whoa.
they're removing cursive. And then also, if you look at, like, our government documents, like the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, like, all that jazz, that's all written in cursive. If people can't
Crazy.
read cursive, it's a lot. It's a whole thing. But
It's a lot to think about.
it's a lot. It's a lot, Diane.
Um, so anyway, that crew, the people around Coach, they think they have Ozzy and Sari kind of in their pocket. Um, you know, Joe, he's kind of out of it, but whatever. He's a solid vote for somebody who needs him, I guess. Ozzy goes to Tiff and pretty much tells her, "Hey, I voted for you. I still trust you. I still want to work with you in the future. Like, don't let's fucking serve Coach's head on a platter, silver platter is what they actually say.
No, what did he say? He said, like, "Slay that ass."
We've got to keep playing the middle, and then we can dragon slay that ass. Is
Dragon
word for
slay
word
that
what he said.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A boat comes, and there is a note given to Ozzy, who reads it to the tribe, and it says, "Split into 6 pairs. One player will be the odd player out." Devins right away goes, "I'll fucking do it. I'll be that person to be the odd man out." Then Chrissy says, "I will too." Sari does too. Aubrey as well. The people then mingle. Well, actually, they ask Joe and they go, "Hey, Joe, how did you guys decide stuff like this on your season?" He was like, "We would just kind of mingle, get to know each other and see what happens," type shit.
They were
Which
fucking.
was it was really weird how he said it, but that's what they do. They just mingle a little bit. Some crews get put together. Uh, but first they got to decide who's going to be the odd person out, and they pull shots in the dark from a sack, and Sari gets chosen. Sari is the odd player out, which I was very happy about based on the group that that was being picked from there. And personal opinion, why in the hell, why in the hell would coach not put his name into that sack?
Delusional.
Why?
Delusional.
Why? He should have been like, I really want to go. Please let me go. Please, 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 fucking please. Like honestly, what? I really thought that was weird. Pretty much, like, and I also think Rizzo maybe should have wanted to go, but maybe he wanted to lay low, which I respect. Nothing wrong with that. Emily, I also think maybe could have should have wanted to go. Um,
I feel like
maybe
anytime there's a chance to do, like, a solo thing, you should always say yes on Survivor. That just seems to be the trend. It's never a bad thing.
no, it is sometimes you might lose your vote though.
Okay, but it's still like
Sometimes you might lose your vote. You lose out on the opportunity of immunity. Sometimes, not in this case. Sometimes, and you also lose out on. Did I already say you lose out on reward? Did I say that? No, you lose out on reward too, like the opportunity to get food and stuff.
okay, but at the end of the day, if it still gives you another day on the show, I'd take it.
I agree, but they also didn't officially say what happens to that person too. So, but I agree with you. I do. Um, and then the people then navigate and mingle and get their duos together. The duos are Tiff and Joe, Devins and Aubrey, Rizgod Rizgod and Emily, terrible terrible duo. Ozzy and Steph, Coach and Chrissy, and Christian and Jonathan. What do you think about these duos?
Sorry, I got a dry spot in my throat.
It's all good.
I think they made sense. I was fine with it. I expected Jonathan and Christian to do much better than they did.
Yeah, jumping ahead for sure.
But otherwise, I thought everything was what it was. I didn't really look at the pairings too often. Although, actually, you know what? This was okay. Spoilers are about in this episode, so whatever. I'll say it. Um, this is when I started to see the production a little bit, where I knew like the writing was on the wall for Coach.
Yeah. Yeah, they tee up Coach going home for sure. They give him a ton of lines, lot of voiceovers this episode. I got a
Yeah,
lot of quotes from Coach coming too.
and it
I
was
got
like when the
the entire
teams
song to
paired up.
sing.
When he went with Chrissy, then I was like, all right, he's gone. He's out.
Yeah, for sure. There's like a little chop it up type moment where Devins is on the hot seat because he's a little idol hunter, and then Coach tries to clear things up with Tiff, and in order to clear the air, she asks Coach like, "Who pushed for my name then? Who?" And Coach just says nothing. He just chooses to say nothing, which is bizarre to me. Won't even lie, wants to just go honorable, but honorable and saying nothing is not honorable in my opinion. I think that's just stupid. You're still playing a game,
Um,
coach. You had no problem lying before. Just fucking lie. Just fucking lie. Throw Chrissy under the fucking bus. Throw whoever the fuck you want. Who gives a shit at this point?
a
Jesus.
lie of omission is still a lie.
Yeah. Then we get to the immunity challenge slash reward. S-
Okay, what reward? Can we just like
sp-
have a beat on that?
Spaghetti, tiramisu, and wine.
What a fabulous reward.
It's better than not eating.
See, I feel like okay, this might go back to like the so listener, we
But
have another
it is
podcast called
lame.
Soba Tomatoes where I talked about America's Next Top Model and the craziness of that reality television. And early Survivor was happening at the same time. And back then, I feel like early Survivor when the reward was like a burger, fries, and a beer, and people were just like fighting each other for it. That doesn't exist anymore. And I'm not saying we should push every contestant to the point of like delusional burger like homicide, but
But we kind of should.
we kind of should incentivize these little things to become more than just like a tidbit at the end of
Yeah.
a challenge.
I agree with you completely. All right. So it's gonna be a little tough, but I'm gonna explain this whole challenge, which is crazy.
Good luck.
Um, and I'm gonna kind of explain what we got going here. So this is what a double duo. So two players will go home tonight as a pair, which is the big old twist. Vote. Oh, by the way, let's start with what Jeff says. Today, another twist. Courtesy of the fans. Shout out the fans. So either way, people are going to vote as individuals tonight, but they must vote for pairs.
It's really weird how Jeff calls himself the fans. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, uh-huh, that is weird. Suri cannot be voted out tonight, and she's headed to Exile Island. So goodbye, Suri. Challenge time. So for the challenge, you throw a ball on an overhead track, race through to try to catch the ball on the other side. Once both players are through, work together to maneuver the ball across a series of platforms using paddles. Then toss the ball into a basket at the end of the platforms. From there, you solve a puzzle bridge using planks. The first three pairs get to move on to the final round for the reward and for a chance at immunity. Then what do we got there? Three players moving on. Okay, so then they got to work together to retrieve a ball from a cage in this final challenge. Then maneuver that ball through a table maze, and the first pair to get two balls through and into like the little cups at the end of the table maze wins. Both players are safe, and both players get spaghetti, wine, juices, and tiramisu. Thoughts? You okay? You muted. Just give me a thumbs up if you're okay. You're okay. Thank God. Mike just choked on water, spit, something. But he'll be back, listener. Don't you worry. I see him.
Alright, no, it's like that dry spot at the back of your throat.
Oh, brutal, man. I'm sorry. So the challenge goes on. I just kind of have a couple highlights from it. So first of all, before I get into it, I liked this challenge. I thought this
Really?
was a great. I thought it was a good challenge. I thought it was complicated, and I thought that it was kind of annoying for me to have to repeat, and it was not the easiest to follow along with while he was explaining it. But the setup of the challenge I liked. I thought that it was tough enough. I like the aspect of duos working together. I do. That adds a different variable that we just haven't had. And I don't hate two players going home tonight. I think that it instantly once he said two players going home tonight, I thought, oh my God, when they get to the like deciding who's gonna go home and like the talking about it, it's gonna be so complicated. But I like it. I think that that's a fair twist. I do not dislike that twist. What do you think? Did you think bad challenge?
No, I thought it was okay. I feel like it did well to, like, kind of mix up between, like, fast and slow,
Yeah.
where there's, like, fast and slow elements to it. I a lot of balls this season. I feel like we every challenge, there's, like, things around balls. The theme of this season is balls.
Sometimes it's balls, sometimes it's like getting keys. Like they switch it up. It's not always balls.
Okay. I feel like we've been very ball heavy lately.
Yeah. That was my first word as a baby, so shout out me.
Really? I don't know what
Really?
my first word was.
It's probably mama.
No, it's probably fag.
Maybe. So the challenge goes on. Coach can't make a basket early on. Can't get one through the hoop, unfortunately. Christian and Jonathan are on onto the bridge puzzle near the end. And Christian kind of nicely is telling Jonathan what to do. And he goes, you know, tiny, extra large, medium. And Jonathan just points at Christian and says, say it louder, which is like such a weird thing to do, but whatever. And then Christian just screams, what does he scream? He screams, tiny, extra large, medium, just so loud at John. And it was
Mhm.
just so I thought an unnecessary bit of content, but it still made me chuckle. It was still funny
I
how Christian
chuckled.
delivered it. It was
I
funny
chuckled.
how Jonathan like demanded that you do it different. It was kind of funny. So
Every time I see Jonathan now on TV, I think of the movie House Bunny. Do you remember the movie House Bunny
yeah, I do.
with Anna Faris? She goes to, like,
Yeah,
the
of
sorority
course.
house. Yeah.
Oh
Where
yeah.
she says the most famous or my personal favorite line of the entire movie, where the eyes are the nipples of the face.
Yeah,
And every time I look at Jonathan's nipples, I see his eyes.
for real. So keep looking at the man. I know you like to.
He's great.
Um,
He's great television.
he is good telly. Da, 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 da. Tiff and Joe, they have the lead early. The three duos that make it to the final round are Joe and Tiff, Steph and Ozzy, and somehow Aubrey and Devin sneak in there, which was kind of crazy.
I did not see that one coming.
Joe and Tiff end up winning immunity at the end of it all, and they win the spaghetti. So shout out them. I mean,
Good comeback for them because they're in, like, the bird cage part where they had, like, these 2 spoons, you had to, like, fit through a bird cage and, like, lift the ball up.
yeah,
They were losing at that point, but then, like, came back hard, and I was like, "Okay, way to go, you guys.
shout out.
Good comeback. Good
And I
comeback."
I did not want to see Tiff go home tonight. I didn't.
No, I want her to, like, blow up on somebody, like, I want her to, like, do something
Yeah,
dramatic.
lose control. She could. That'd be
I don't
great.
need to lose control, but, like, call somebody on their shit, like, I need drama, like, I want some heat,
If she
beef.
gets to the final tribal, I would love for her to get to the final tribal because then I feel like she'd unload a little bit. Um, Suri, that we then shift over to what's going on with Suri, and she pulls up to Exile, and there are 2,000 fucking coconuts scattered on this island. And what they say, they go, Suri, you got to find the coconut that has a phoenix emblem on it, and you have to like you flip a timer. If you get it, then you get to go back to camp. You get to influence the vote. You get a vote, and you're immune. Or if you don't do it, then you got to stay the night at exile. So let's talk about this challenge. Didn't love it.
I thought it was very I mean, it was more of a moment to give Suri her moment, like, the challenge is nonsense. We just watched a woman shuffle through coconuts for 5 minutes, but I think the most important part of that whole scene or that whole bit was, like, to emphasize how much of a star Suri is for this whole series, this whole production.
This franchise.
You know, they flashed to her crossing the I don't know, I think it was like a balance beam over the water, and she couldn't do it, and then she did it, and she cried, and she could do all these things, like, she's proof that you could do hard things, Suri is living the American dream through
You
Survivor.
can you can get up off your couch and do it too.
Right, and let's Suri is such a star, like, just, it's based on her presence alone, she is a
Sh-
star,
sh- she's a fucking beast.
but I was just like, can we the challenge could have been a little bit more interesting. I thought as soon as the phoenix was shown to be like over like about half the size of the coconut, I'm like, okay, she's obviously gonna find it and we can move on.
Yeah, so like real quick, let's talk about her process to doing this challenge because I was disappointed watching her attempt to find this. What she fucking does is she runs past these coconuts and she's like flipping them over from like the middle. And I was like, can we do this in a smart way? Go all the way to the end. While you're going all the way to the end, look around. Then run all the way through all of them and just look as best you can and then turn around and then go down a different alley and then turn around and go down and just keep fucking doing that. And if you need to kick around coconuts while you're doing that, then kick around some fucking coconuts. But you should not be bending over and flipping every single motherfucking coconut to look at. That is a waste of your time and effort. Your back cannot handle it, Suri. It cannot.
I
Mine
mean,
sure
literally, yeah.
couldn't. My back would be aching by the eighth coconut, but not if I stayed erect, upright, and I fucking start kicking coconuts and just glancing with my eyes. Maybe I get like a little low, little hunch type thing, but I'm not bending over like that. You're out of your mind.
Yeah,
So
it was wild.
I was disappointed, made me feel like that she didn't take the challenge seriously, made me feel like that they kinda
She
just
cried.
gave.
What do you mean she didn't take it seriously? She cried.
Oh, did she cry? Do play and people don't just cry on Survivor, do they? They don't just cry for fun.
I don't
Wait,
know,
they
I'm
do.
new.
Wait, they do. They fucking do. But anyway, whatever. She fucking did it. I'm happy she did it. I'm happy she went back, um, to an extent. We're gonna dive a little bit further into that, but to an extent, I'm happy she went back.
I I think she's gonna win the show. I think she's gonna win the season. That's my
Yeah.
belief. That's my belief.
All right. I'm rooting for Suri. I think that that'd be awesome for her. But at this point, though, every single player, none of them have won. So like, everybody wants it bad, and Suri's not going to win like any immunities. She's going to have to rely on her social game and making a case at final tribal if she makes it that far. Can it be done? Absolutely. Sandra, who's a very notorious player. She won 2 seasons. She did it by being not she didn't win immunity really at all. I don't know if she won at all, but she fucking socialized so well and she was just a beast. So,
I forget the name of the one girl in the last season we watched where she lost to Russell.
the blonde
Um,
girl. Yeah.
yeah,
Natalie.
Natalie. Yeah, she won purely on social.
Kinda, yeah. Like Natalie, you played a solid game. She rode Russell's coattails, and then nobody wanted to vote for Russell,
Period.
which is fair. Glad she won, but players more so just didn't want to vote for Russell,
I
so
still
they
think
vote.
that that's a valid win in my opinion.
It is, but it she didn't like. It's how Sandra played the game. It's just totally different. But I understand. I understand exactly what you're saying. Back at camp, Jonathan and Christian, they're feeling pretty safe because Jonathan's on one tribe, Christian's on the other side that are, kind of voting against each other at this time. So neither of them are gonna choose to vote one of their own off. So they're feeling pretty good, which reasonable. Emily pushes Coach and Chrissy to the people, which I think is a fair thing to do. Rizzo then pitches Aubrey and Devins. Ozzy says Sari would probably want Aubrey and Devins too. Rizzo wants that because he wants to be playing the middle for the rest of the game, which is a good spot to be in playing the middle. But some players get burned playing the middle. It would be good for Suri, Rizgod, and Ozzy because they have all those advantages right now. But I just don't know. I just don't know. Aubrey says to Devins that she wishes that she kept her idol, and she almost did. Aubrey, you're fucking stupid, girl. I can't believe you played that idol in the first place. I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. You will not get another idol. You won't.
Nope.
There might be one out there that is findable, but you will not be the one to find it. And you just wasted it. Just so that you maybe just so you could sleep at night because then people know you don't have one and you're not worried about that, I guess, because you don't want to feel like a target.
Ooh,
So
ouch.
careful
Fuck.
now.
Careful, we're 30.
We almost. Tiff and Joe enjoy their spaghetti reward. Joe uh tells Tiff that he wrote her name down at tribal. Joe just aligns with Tiff, and they say that they should vote for Devins and Aubrey. Smart of Joe to latch on to Tiff. If Joe doesn't find a lifeline, he's going to be next to go soon because if perhaps maybe Coach and Chrissy end up going home this episode, Joe's got to be sooner on the chopping block, I would assume, but I guess you don't know. Chrissy then tries to push Rizzo and Emily to Aubrey and Devins, which I thought was interesting that Chrissy decided to go that agenda, which I I think is a good duo to try to get out of the game, but I don't know, they're just so connected. Like Chrissy does this thing where like she'll try to make a plan, or not that she does this thing. It almost felt like it was the same type of thing that was it Steph that Genevieve did. Genevieve went to the wrong person. She went to Christian and was like, "We got to get Devins out. We got to get Devins out." And it's just like, why are you going to Devins about getting this person out? Like, why would you
Right.
go to?
She's not reading the room correctly.
Yeah, horribly read. So interesting, very interesting. I do like that Tiff and Joe like actually talked some game at this reward challenge. I fucking appreciated that. There was no moment where they were like, "Let's just put the game to the side, you guys." Like, no, they talked about the game. I wish that maybe one of them considered looking for a reward of some sort somewhere. Maybe they did. We didn't see it, but maybe there just wasn't one. It's not a thought. Whatever. That's fine. Chrissy goes to coach and says, "Hey, you should just chill out because I don't want to go home because of you. You should, you know, lay in the fucking hammock all day." Chrissy tries uh, uh Wait, Chrissy then declares herself the Dragon Slayer Whisperer, which I thought was interesting.
What are we
Chrissy
whispering?
come exactly. Chrissy comes back and talks to Ozzy and Tiff and says, "Go for Coach and Chrissy," which was interesting because that is not what Ozzy thought that Suri would do. But not quite surprised that they're not on the same page. But that's just because Suri's playing a more social game, strategic game, and Ozzy's just trying to play a more strategic game, and he's lucky to have Suri. Shout out him. Um, Ozzy literally says, "Thank God Suri came back." I have it in quotes here. Joe then pushes back on Suri's plan. I don't know. Like, let's talk about Joe's fucking weird loyalty. Why is he slobbing on Coach's knob? Why? Who
I
gives
think it's
who?
like a bro thing.
Sure, but like Joe, if you go along with this vote with Suri, don't bat an eye and kind of be like, "Hey, let's play together," type shit right now, bro. You're in. You're in. You're good for a couple votes.
Yeah.
But he's stuck on this honor thing, and and Suri's not going to forget that he said that. Suri's not going to forget that he's not like trying to play like with them, and i- he's going to be labeled as coach's coach's boy, coach's homie.
Yes. I can see that happening. It's most likely gonna happen. Uh, but I don't yeah, I feel like for Joe's sake, he's just like physical challenges only. His like mind is not in the social game whatsoever, it seems.
For sure. And Rizzo's the one who said that he wanted Joe in on it, which I also thought was kind of weird. But
Because I think Rizzo's searching for the guys in the middle, and I think he believes that Joe is somewhere in the middle. And I think that's why.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I
Because
really did.
because Joe is not aligned with anybody besides Tiff at this point, he is just kind of at this. He's a floater, I guess you can consider him. He's just going to float between all the potential alliances. So I mean, I can see Rizzo looking for those types of people.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Uh,
because Rizzo is the only one out there, in my opinion, that's like trying to play this game like it's I don't know, be like 7 degree chess or whatever the fuck you want to call those intense games.
yeah.
He's playing 3D mahjong or something. I don't even know, dude.
Hell yeah.
He's doing a lot. He's doing more than it needs to because it's a reality TV show.
We then get this lovely song sung by Coach.
I muted it.
Oh, I love to be the Dragon Slayer, but don't cross me if you dare. And I'm going to travel tonight, but I won't go down without a fight. Those people who doubt me will get their comeuppance tonight. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So I had never thought I would long for one of his haikus
Yeah,
over
that
what
was
we
pretty terrible.
received. I it's just so cringe, man. It's just so
Yeah,
cringe.
did not have Coach singing a shanty on my bingo card.
No, I did not put that into the what is it in Kelshi or Poly
Yeah,
Market.
like
I didn't put
I might have bet on him doing the haiku thing. Did not have him singing a shanty.
no. Do you
Might have.
do that? Do you do the markets? Do you do Poly Market or Kalshi or whatever the fuck they're called?
No, I do not.
Okay.
I don't. That's a weird world that I don't want to be in.
It's very scammy. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I'm out. Um, we get to double tribal council. Finally, you guys, the ending is near. Devins and Aubrey, they seem to be on the hot seat at the moment. Uh, then I got a quote here. It says, "You know what I found today is that no mere mortal may keep a secret. If the lips are silent, the fingertips are chattering. Betrayal oozes out of every pore. And that's Coach quoting Sigmund Freud because it's apropos tonight, in his words.
Mhm.
It's apropos.
Mhm.
Joe
Freud.
then, yeah, Joe then quotes Mike Tyson, which I thought was something that we needed. And that's that everyone has a plan till they get punched in the mouth. Fucking A, man. Good job,
I
Joe. You always say something good at Tribal, bro.
I thought that was really, really good. Really good insights.
Despicable.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Devins goes and stumbles across that fake idol that he found, that he claims that he found a clue for, and the people are fucking shocked. They're fucking blown away. Rizzo is like, dude, what are you doing, bro? You're so fucking good at this game.
What did he say is like cinema? This is
Yeah,
cinema.
for real.
Oh my god, shoot me in the fucking face. And
And
then
then
he
and then it
I
becomes a
think he
live tribal.
yeah. And he glazes Jeff Probst so much. I think cuz Jeff asks Rizzo like, "What does this twist do? What does this, duo twist do for the show?" He's like, "This is the greatest twist that's ever happened in Survivor history.
Huge
There's never
twist.
there's never been a twist like this. This is the
So
first time
great.
I've ever experiencing something like this. I'm literally shitting my pants right now."
We just keep making Survivor history every fucking week, which is
It's insane
unbelievable.
to me. It's insane. And I get it, but, like, let's remove this, like, Trumpian everything has to be the newest, biggest, brightest type of thing, and just give me Survivor.
For real. Joe says in this live tribal, Joe says that he won't write Coach's name down on principle. Principle alone. I think Joe just wants to be in Coach's cult once the show's over. Right, Mike?
Yeah, but also Joe's has immunity.
What does that have anything to do with what I said?
Isn't that what you said he was gonna write his name down?
Joe says he won't write Coach's name down on
Oh,
principle.
okay, sorry, I thought that was flipped. Sorry, dyslexia.
St- Whoa, verbal dyslexia.
It
Steph says,
happens.
okay. Steph asks Devins to show us the idol. And Devin says, oh no, knowledge is power. You don't need to see what it looks like.
Which shout out to Steph for calling his bullshit.
Jeff asks Coach. Well, that's what they were saying that amongst each other during the live tribal. They're like, we should ask him to see it. We should ask him to see it. Jeff asks Coach his thoughts. And Coach goes, can I say a quote without everybody laughing? And then he goes ahead and quotes Magellan, by the way. And he says, life is for the bold to seize the opportunity when it comes, not those poor, intrepid souls that stay close to shore, but it is the person that goes out in the storm that is willing to take the risks, that reap the high rewards. That's it.
I love
What
that.
what the fuck? Why are we quoting Magellan, Coach?
Why are we not?
And then Coach is like, he goes, but I don't know. Magellan was then bludgeoned to death shortly after.
He was. He was. That did
Yeah.
happen.
Um. Finally, it's time to vote. No idol gets played. Coach chooses to play his shot in the dark. Now, my question is, could Chrissy have played her shot in the dark? And then they had, instead of 1 in 6 chance of staying, 2 in 6 chance, a third chance in staying. You know what I
I
mean?
thought
Like
I
Chrissy
thought
could
the
have
rule was
also
only
been like,
one. I thought only
oh,
one could do a shot in the dark.
did Jeff say that?
I thought so.
Oh, well, if Jeff didn't say that, then Chrissy, you're stupid. But I also feel like Chrissy maybe wanted to vote. She maybe wanted to use her vote. She maybe thought that she had a chance. Anyway, coach is not safe. The votes come in. Devins and Aubrey get the first vote. Coach gets the second vote. Emily and Rizgod get the third vote. And then the rest of the votes fall on Coach and Chrissy. Bye, Coach. Bye, Chrissy. See you guys later. Coach has to say one more thing. And Coach's final words are just so fucking stupid. It was really a great healing experience coming out here. More than the million to me.
Sick, bro.
Um, Dragon Slayer, what do you mean more than the million to you? You, you, they voted you out. What?
You lost.
Yeah,
Did you catch what Rizzo said at the end too when he was
yeah.
leaving?
I love you, Dragon Slayer. You changed my life.
You changed my life.
Fuck yeah.
You changed my life.
Hilarious. Shout out Rizgod, Rizgod.
Do you think that's real? Or do you think it's a character?
I think Coach is delusional.
Okay.
But I think so many people just like let him be. They're just like, oh yeah, sure, 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 for sure, man, cool, you know. And some people are probably buying what he's selling too, which is crazier.
Like I said, I feel like in 10 years, we're going to find out that he has some weird cult thing going on.
Yeah,
I just feel it. I just feel it in my
could happen,
bones.
could happen. But all in all, I thought solid episode. I think everybody in the world is pretty happy that Coach is gone, and anybody who is a little sad that Coach is gone, at least you got him saying a bunch of ridiculous quotes in this episode. So you got a big dose of him before he is. You won't hear him talk till final tribal. No, when
You
he's
got
when you have
enough
a question.
coach. You have enough
So
coach for the rest of your life.
yeah, I'm looking forward to the next thing because the next thing should, in theory, be like Aubrey going home. Devin's going home would be crazy, but probably not. But Aubrey going home, Joe, maybe Tiff, but I think Tiff is going to find her way with Ozzy and Sari because Ozzy reached over and extended that branch. And yeah, all in all, solid episode. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. And I got nothing else for the
Love.
people too. Do you have anything else for the people?
Love. No, I have nothing for the people.
Sweet. Well,
Nothing for the people.
phenomenal. Well, thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. If you're listening to this, check out Sofa Tomatoes, check out the Tomato Pulpit, check out Sips on Traderade, like, subscribe, shoot us an email to sofatomatoespod@gmail.com. Also, leave us a comment if you can, write us a review, and we will love you long time. So, thanks, you guys, and we'll bring you more juice next week. All right,
Okay.
peace out.
Toodles.